News 4, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
All right, some beautiful blue skies out there. It's looking like summer, kind of feeling like summer.
It's
but
toasty.
It's October.
Yeah, because early September
What?
felt like early October. We had that cool weather that started
Right.
in September.
Flip-flop.
And now we're kind of paying it back because this feels like what Labor Day is supposed to feel like. It's a little
Bizarre.
weird. It's been a very pleasant weather pattern.
Yes.
Eventually, we're going to need some rain. Let's take a look and see what's brewing in the tropics. Nothing happening around here. Just wanted to give your bearings as we zoom off down to the south because this system could have an impact on our forecast locally as we head into the back half of the weekend and early next week. This is Tropical Depression number 16. So Tropical Depression is the lowest category of any tropical system. It gets a number. This has 35-mile-an-hour sustained winds. If those strengthen just a little bit, it becomes a tropical storm. That's when it gets a name. The next name on the list is Nate. So let's zoom in for a little closer look here. Swirling away in the southwestern Caribbean, just kind of in the process of getting its act together, but we do expect that it is going to strengthen to become a tropical storm and eventually even a hurricane. So maximum sustained winds 35 miles an hour right now around that center of circulation. Hits 39, that's when it becomes Tropical Storm Nate. Moving to the northwest, it's going to cross over the portions of land here and then just brush by the Yucatan Peninsula. That's going to keep it from strengthening a whole lot, but it is going to be a strong tropical storm by the time Saturday morning rolls around. That 3-day time frame is when the forecast is pretty confident. You see that cone of uncertainty isn't really all that wide here. As we look to the 4th and 5th days of the forecast, that's when things become a bit more uncertain. Do expect it to become a Category 1 hurricane. The intensity forecasts, those can change a lot. The path forecast tends to be fairly consistent. It wobbles back and forth, but we'll keep an eye on how strong this thing is going to become because there's a big chunk of the Gulf Coast that has to worry about this. The red line, where we think it's going to go to the Panhandle of Florida, but everybody from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi all the way to Tampa has to keep an eye on this thing as it strengthens and starts to head farther to the north. This path would keep a lot of the moisture away from the midstate, but if it wobbles a little farther to the west, then we see increasing chances for some of that tropical moisture to make its way into our neck of the woods. We'll just have to keep an eye on that and let you know how things shape up. But that current forecast path would keep the heaviest rain away from the midstate. Looking outside right now, here, not talking about rain today. A couple little fair weather clouds, lots of sunshine in between, and not a drop on the forewarned live radar in our neck of the woods. All the rain's been hanging out to our west and northwest. That's going to remain the case for the next several days. Our next hint of a rain chance doesn't arrive until Saturday. In the meantime, plenty of warmth. 79 degrees already in Nashville. We're already above average for this time of year. Mid to upper 70s common across the midstate, even up to 81 degrees already in Murray, Kentucky. Temperatures are going to warm up even more. We're going to hit the mid 80s for highs this afternoon. Lots of sunshine, just a few fair weather clouds that you can see on the sky simulation behind the buildings of downtown Nashville. And then temperatures start to cool off once we get past about 10 o'clock or about past sunset. By 10 o'clock, temperature is going to be down into the 70-degree range, probably mid-70s by 8 o'clock this evening, then continuing to drop off after that. Let's take a look at Futurecast version of when the rain might start to creep in our direction. You see the cloud cover trying to make a run towards us, but that rain that's been hanging out to our west and northwest, it's just going to stay there for the next couple of days, not able to make a push into the midstate and overcome the very dry air that's in place around here. So we keep the forecast dry for today, for tomorrow, for Friday. Saturday, finally, we start to see a little bit of green sneaking up towards us. It just depends how much that tropical moisture can make its way up into our neck of the woods. But again, the air in place is very, very dry, so a lot of that's going to evaporate, which is why I'm only calling for a 20% chance of a shower on Saturday. We'll bump that up a little closer to 50-50 by the time Monday and Tuesday roll around. Right now, my money would be on Tuesday for the best chance of some free lawn watering, but that's almost still a week away. Plenty of warmth in the meantime with high temperatures in the mid-80s through the first half of the weekend. We'll keep you updated on this early October warm spell and the eventual rain chances here on News 4 and on the iHeart radio stations with updated forecasts throughout the day.